Text me and I'll text you back.
Text me and I'll text you back.
Text me then I'll text you back.
You text me then I'll text you back.
Text me then I'll text you back.
TikTok, you don't stop.
I will help you make your paper stack.
Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at now?
205-964-52439. You
Yep,
know.
yep.
205-964-52439. You know.
Turn this off.
You can't hear now. Can y'all hear us now?
YouTube, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
YouTube can hear me. So we'll start over. Welcome to today's wholesaling real estate Q&A. Real estate investing with a strong emphasis on wholesaling real estate with low barrier to entry, cash and credit. Today's topic is use your JLB, your job, to support your business wholesaling real estate. All right, before we get started, we got a new offer. Hopefully make some money with me. If you can identify some off-market land, if you text the word raw, it's going to explain how that works, but I'm going to reiterate it right now. But basically what we're looking for needs to be ideally 5 acres or more, but it doesn't have to be, but ideally actually 10 acres plus is ideal, but it doesn't have to be. Needs access to the road, so the land actually starts at the road somewhere, ideally on a county or state highway, and doesn't need to be a steep, needs to be more flat than anything, ideally. So put that out there. So that just opens up a potential another opportunity for those same instructions. Text the word RAW raw to the number. All right. So a couple things before we get started. That's on land. On houses are still in the game, of course. Text 5050. With apartments and self-storage, text the word units to the number. People always want this magical document, the contract I've been using since 2003, and others have had access to it for free since 2008. Text the word contract to the number. What? Well, yeah, it's just for houses. And then most people fail at this because they never determine what a great deal is. Guess what the GD stands for? Great deal. So text the word GD. What else we got? we'll just go with that for right now. Let's go ahead and get started. I forgot some questions since we started a little late due to someone's tardiness.
All right, we have a couple questions on Instagram and TikTok.
Oh, me. It's to me. It's on me. It's on me.
Oh, I missed it. Thank
What'd you say, Ken?
you. No, I was just saying
Info?
what you had said. But we got a couple questions on Instagram and TikTok. The first question on Instagram: trying to use my refund to get in the game, but don't know where to look for deals.
I love it. I love it.
They did theirs early.
I love it. All right. Oh, y'all did. What am I saying? Yeah, so you're here, right? You're thinking in the right mindset that you want to capitalize off of your tax return. All right. So the first thing you want to do is to educate yourself here for free, right? And then you're gonna leverage. You'll know what to do on how to leverage it. So you're already here. You know, dive into my YouTube channel. Keep joining the daily lives. And share this with some of your other friends or whatever. You know, say, hey man, we don't, we spend this money, go to the mall, and 2 weeks from now, we ain't got a dime of it. We're back in the same position we were, 2 weeks before. So get out of that cycle. It's possible. People say I can't do this and that. And a lot of times because of the decisions we make. That includes me. Trust me. So leverage it. Great question. Great starting question. Leverage that bread.
All right, we have one on TikTok. This is the first question. What happens when you can't find a buyer before the contract expires?
What happens when you can't find a buyer before the contract expires? Well, if you're using my contract, you're going to go, you're going to have your due diligence period. So if you, within that window of your due diligence period, then you can, just cancel the agreement. But if you're outside of that window, you go back to the seller and ask them for more time and hopefully a price reduction at the same time, and they grant it, or at least extend the contract. If they don't extend it, then they keep your earnest money deposit if you're outside of your window as far as what you said you were going to close by. So.
All right. This is almost like an additional question, but this is on Instagram. What do I do if the seller wants earnest money and then she has a additional question? Do I have to pay it, or does the cash buyer pay for it? And I think that's a guy.
Well, you're supposed to put up the earnest money yourself. All right. So, but you dictate that. Either it's going to be a number that works for you, $10, $50, $100, whatever the number is for you. Or it doesn't. It's no different if they give you a price that doesn't work for you. It can be a deal breaker if you don't have those resources, you don't have those funds. So,
all right. What's your YouTube channel? That's on TikTok.
What's the YouTube channel? Okay, and I don't say this enough. I need some stuff up there that I need so I can know I know I got all this other stuff in, but it's all a little bit. But I need some stuff up here that I need to reiterate every day. The time. And also how Instagram and TikTok to access my YouTube videos. Okay, so on Instagram, on TikTok, do they call them in your profile page or they call it your bio, or it's both?
On YouTube?
Oh, no, on TikTok and Instagram. The bio on my bio. All you gotta do is just click my little cash holding the man logo to take them there, right, on both platforms. And there's going to be a link there. Guess what the link says? Tap here for free training. Boom, that takes you straight to my YouTube channel. For other people that are not on TikTok and Instagram, just simply go to YouTube and search for what? Flip Man. You can search for one word, but it's actually two words. Flip Man. Manned. M-A-N-D.
I see the person in the chat. I'm gonna add you in just a second. I'm gonna answer a few questions before I add you.
Okay, that's what.
Let's see.
What's up, young man?
All right, this one is from Maureen. They said, "Can I do virtual wholesaling while trucking? I have downtime in between loads.
Oh, most definitely. You can do that, sir.
I'm pretty sure that's on.
Yeah, I'm sorry, ma'am. Yes, you most definitely can. What you can do now, if you're out there, you need to watch this video here. Text the word units, right? That'll keep your eye open. Hopefully, you're all over the country. And then, like I said, we got this new option here for land. Text the word raw. Why do you all think I use that word and not the word land or lots? Because that's a common word, and no, it's a common word that people use, and it confuses community or whatever. So I just went with raw because that's not a word people commonly use, at least from my experience.
Okay.
What is it now?
Nothing.
Don't worry about it.
She gonna explain to you later.
She gonna explain to me what?
I'm saying you gonna explain to her later.
Uh-huh.
You gonna explain to her later.
Okay.
Oh.
She knows that song.
Oh.
What's wrong with y'all?
Jessica.
Okay, the next question says, what would be a good monthly budget to start off strong wholesaling?
What's a good monthly budget?
Yes, sir.
To start out strong wholesaling. Now, it depends on what you're going to choose as a form of lead generation. You have a few things that you can start for less than $500 a month, and really period for a couple of months in reality. But you could definitely start a bandit sign campaign for $500 or less. That'll last you a couple of months. You can do some cold calling, $500 or less. That'll definitely last you a couple of months. Text messaging, $500 basically to start, and maybe about $300 to maintain it for a couple of months, just to give you an idea. Obviously, you can always do driving for dollars. You're talking just a couple of $100 a month just in gas money. Maybe adding a tool like Batch Leads or PropStream or whatever, to help make that easier. Anything more than that, you're going to get into, several thousand, like direct mail or Facebook ads, TikTok ads, Instagram, and so on, YouTube pre-rolls. So those are some of the things you can do, marketing and lead generation wise. That's less than $500. Maybe we ought to do a TikTok on that.
All right, we have one on TikTok. Can you explain skip tracing?
Can I explain skip tracing? Let's do this. Let's go to the old Google, which I suggest you always do. I wish I was Google. I had a mind like Google. Y'all, don't y'all? Huh?
Yeah.
So the old Google says, define skip tracing. Then I'm going to give it to you after this. Anyone want to get a shot at the winning? So skip tracing. Skip tracing, the action or practice of locating people. I can really stop there.
Yep.
Right? Who are missing, or have defaulted on a debt. Oh, it got deep on us, didn't it? Especially as a profession.
Okay, Pastor.
So
you read that like
right.
Oh.
Turning your flip books to.
Hey, what to play that?
I
go. Hey.
We don't have time to play today. Stay on top. I can really stop there.
Oh. Hey, let's turn the collection plate over to Cash App Ask Flip Man. $, Ask Flip Man. All right. And then we got and I'll be sending the building fund collection plate out later.
Okay.
All right. Good work, investment. I'm about to add you to the stream. Hello.
How you doing?
What's happening, Playboy? What's going on?
What's up, Flip Man? So I've been following you for a minute, but I've been trying to get on here. I didn't know that I could gator to get on here, but I figured it out. But anyway, yeah, so I got like a multi-purpose 4-unit It's a restaurant on the bottom and the tattoo parlor on the other side in Trenton, New Jersey. And it has what was I gonna say? It has 2 floors on top of the restaurant. The basement is going for 329K. Talked to the seller, I talked to his attorney and everything, but I'm JVing the deal. So I'm trying to figure out how to write out in the contract that I'm JVing it because I'm taking a percentage. I'm not taking like I would say like I'm not getting it under contract for 329 and then going to get it under contract with the buyer for like 335. You understand what I'm saying?
I got you. I got you.
So
So
I'm just trying to
it's
figure out how to
another
do that.
it's another wholesaler's property.
No. I'm JVing with well, I mean, I'm not necessarily JVing, but like the dude who's buying it basically is like he's taking it, but I guess we're like JVing on it.
Okay. Okay. All right. Let's back up. So
Yeah.
you are dealing directly with the owner.
I found the owner. Like I found the property. I found the owner.
Okay. So you've already had conversations with the owner.
Yes.
Okay. Do you have it under contract with the
No.
owner?
No.
Okay. All right. So the things. So why do you all? Let's go back to the basics.
Uh-huh.
So why do you all think it's an actual great deal? Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. Your phone went out a second. So why do you all think it's a great deal?
Why do we think it's a great deal? Because the
Yes, sir.
property's going for 475 to 500K ARV. It could possibly be above that.
Well, what did you compare that to? I'm saying, was it another business just
So
like that the reason sold?
So that's what he calculated. Like my part. I mean, essentially, it's like my partner.
You mean the buyer or
The
another
buyer,
wholesaler?
yes, the buyer.
Okay. Okay.
There
Well,
is no,
if he's going to buy it and he's comfortable, basically at paying you $6,000, you said 329 and
no.
335.
That's what I'm not doing it that way. Like I told him, we were just gonna I just get 10% of the deal, so it would be 10% of the 329. That's why I didn't know how to write out the contract because usually, like, well, I've only closed 2 deals, but the other 2
Okay.
deals,
Well, okay. It makes sense now. Okay.
yeah,
What's the price with the seller?
329.
So you're gonna write a contract with the seller for 329.
Mm-hmm.
So you said 10%, which is basically what is that? 33,000 basically.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So you're gonna basically add you're gonna do a contract with your buyer. We're gonna say your contract with the seller is 330, so I won't get chopped up here. So
Okay.
you're basically gonna do a contract with your buyer for 363.
Okay.
So you got contract A for 329, contract B with your buyer for 363. That should be like a $34,000 difference, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Around
so yeah, so now you're just closing on it at that point. Now what the seller is going to require as far as earnest money deposit, he may want you to put down anywhere from maybe 2,500. You may be good with $1,000, but he's probably not going to go with 100. Or has he already told you what he wants down?
Yeah, he said 5K.
He said 5 what?
5,000.
Oh, is that a problem for you?
Nah.
Okay, boom. Then hey, you're in the game then. So you put the 5K up, contract with the seller, get your buyer to you tie them up with your contract, and then you just set up with a closing attorney or a title company, whatever, however it goes down in the state of New Jersey.
Okay, so then I could just use because he has his attorney already. But what the buyer was saying is that he didn't want me. He said don't send the earnest money deposit or don't send the don't send over. He wanted to wait because I'm going down there. I'm about 2 hours away, so I'm going down there on Sunday. He wanted to do everything then, like all the paperwork.
Well, it's not going to work like that. Okay, you're talking about the buyer, right?
Yeah, that's why.
Okay.
That's also another question.
Yeah, no. And unless they already have everything in motion and they've checked well, I'll put it like this. They can do it that way. If he's comfortable with closing the deal, I'm assuming he's gotten the title work and everything in play.
Mhm.
And the seller, I guess the seller technically doesn't have to be there. They can do everything by email and overnight mail, overnight parcel service or whatever. So it just depends. So you got to get him to clear up the closing process. You say when are you supposed to go down there?
I'm going down there on Sunday. Well, we just had a walk. Like
Well,
he.
I don't. Yeah,
Uh,
I guess it's possible to close a deal on Sunday. It normally doesn't happen that way. Normally it's around banking hours. Normally, but again, you just want to be clear on that. Dude, say we're going to actually close on this property on Sunday. You want him to be clear because that's not normal.
yeah. Okay.
Or the property is where you're located, right? Or is the property in the city where the buyer is located and sell it? Or are they in the same place?
We're both about like an hour and a half away.
From the property?
Yeah.
Okay. But okay.
So
All right.
we
So
agreed. So the seller did give us like a walkthrough on Microsoft Teams today, and then we agreed to go down there on Sunday to look at it.
so you're just going to look at it?
No,
on
to
Sunday?
go look at it and do the paperwork and go look at it. Yeah.
Okay. When you say paperwork, I'm just trying to be clear
The
here.
contracts,
You mean the contract,
the
not
contracts.
closing the
Yes.
property.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All
My
right.
fault.
Yeah.
My fault. My
Okay.
fault.
No big deal on that then. Okay. Cool. Yeah. So once you get that in place, then the next step is setting up the closing. I'm assuming the buyer already has that established as far as that type of relationship. So you just need to make sure that number one, you're on both contracts,
Mhm.
right? And from that process, you can use my closing detail sheet to fill in the blanks on that for whoever's closing the deal for.
Okay, and then I could use your the
But let me say
seller.
this. Let me say this. Alsana made a good point here.
Yeah.
Make sure you have it under contract with the seller first
Yeah.
before you get him that far involved, unless it's just somebody you trust.
I mean, yeah, I've been working with dude, so like I that's why I said it's kind of like my buyer / partner.
Okay, cool then. No big deal then.
But I mean, at the same time, that's why I also had a question because I said the same thing to him. Is like, I want to just get this under contract, for myself, just in case. I was like, nothing against you, and he said, that's cool or whatever. So I mean, that's what I'm gonna do anyway. But I appreciate you, Flip, for real, bro.
All right, no problem at all, my man. Good luck. Let us know how that turns out.
Thank you,
What's your name again?
Makai.
Makai. All right,
Yeah.
great to meet you, Makai.
All right.
Yes, sir. Yeah, reach out to me if you got some more stuff. Yeah, trust me, I get it again.
All right.
Thanks.
Let's see. This one says, does it matter where I do the closing if I'm doing wholesale deals virtually?
Well, normally, if you're doing wholesale deals virtually, normally they're closed in the same market. Normally, now, it doesn't have to always be that way, but normally the title company or closing attorney is in that same general area. So,
All right, back on TikTok. Have you ever wholesaled a home under a trust? If so, how did you do it?
Have you ever wholesaled a homeowner trust? Okay, so at the end of the day, there's humans behind the trust. So there's going to be a trustee that's basically the decision maker, or maybe multiples. And so, yeah, you still the same process. They just they have it in an entity that requires an additional step. So, but yeah, it's still the same thing.
All right. How do they get? Well, question: do you have a contract for cash buyers and purchasers?
Well, yeah, it's the same contract. So, where is it? So yeah, you just text the word. If you text the word, and I had something removed from my website that hopefully cuts down on some confusion. Forgive me for my what's the word? My attitude on yesterday. Somebody said, "Flip man, on one today," and I said, "You're right," and I was tripping. I apologize, please. I'm a work in progress. Text to word contract in this video will explain how to fill it out for sellers and cash buyers. Plus, you'll get access to it as free as much as you want for FREE.
All right. Another question on Instagram. Hey, Flip Man, what advice do you suggest for searching for vacant and abandoned properties? Is it best to drive, or is it a site you suggest?
Well, you can well, where we go? To where is it? Okay. Yeah, if you text the word I'm sorry. No, let's do this first. Where is it? I'm looking for list. There we go. All right. If you text the word list, right, to this number, it'll show you how to build those type of lists and more. To access the tool that's going to be in the example, after that, text the word tool to identify it, and then text the word time. Text the word time to get free training on it from us if you sign up through diglater.com.
Do you still coach one-on-one?
Oh no, we good. We good. We're good. We're good right now. Yeah, I still offer that. We're good. We're good. Let's roll a little longer.
Do you still coach one-on-one?
See, text me. It's an
Okay.
option.
Okay, I see you in the chat. I'm gonna add
We're gonna
you
get to you, Omar.
in
We're
just a
getting to it.
second.
We're getting to it.
Let's see. Let's scroll down. This one came from CK the trucker. He said, "Why should we not look for properties that are titled to LLCs?"
You can do it. All right, anything that I can say here, you can do differently. I don't know everything. It's obvious. But the reason and depending on what you're doing, if you're on the seller side of it, it's somewhat difficult unless you just send them something in the mail. But normally when we're talking about targeting those, you're doing it by phone call and or text message. And so we just talked about skip tracing, and then basically you're trying to get the phone number of an owner. If it's in an LLC or some business LLC or some type of business entity, then it's harder to skip trace those. So we target in individuals' names is why. So.
Somebody on TikTok asked, "Are you only allowed to ask questions on TikTok?" No. Sorry.
Oh no. You can ask questions
You can ask
wherever.
questions anywhere.
Wherever. We have people that be on 3 or 4 platforms at a time, getting it in. Love it.
Let's see. This is an interesting one. They said, "Are you just talk?" A lot of gurus say this, but they cannot back it.
Well, I'll let you continue to watch the content and let that define or answer your question.
Right.
Consume the content more and come back and answer, and we'll talk about it.
It'd be really the audacity. This one says, "Does your course ever go on a flash sale?"
Not currently. We don't have that in the. I have done it in the far past, but yeah, it's free on the internet. YouTube is powerful, man. Hey, just put the encyclopedia business, put them out of business.
This one says, "Hey, Flip Man, is there an equation for buy and hold in buyers? For example, for flippers, it's ARV times 70% minus repairs and my fee. But I've had deals that didn't work for flippers, but it did for buy and hold."
Well, it's several ways you can go about that, but one of the things most people will do is what they call a 1% rule or whatever, and that's basically, from my understanding, my way of explaining it, basically the cost 1% of what it can actually rent for. You're trying to stay within that number as far as all in cost. Now, obviously, if you can get something less than that amount, it's to your benefit. But what you could easily do, though, because like you say, they don't have to be as deeply discounted as it does for flippers. You can just change that percentage from the 70% to 80, 85%, and it should give you what you want. Most people, you just don't, they just don't want to buy at full price. Can they get at least a 15% discount after everything? Purchase, renovation, paying you, whatever. Can we have at least a 15% discount? So just in case I make a little mistake there, I may have an opportunity to do a cash out refi. Ideally, you want to probably be at 75 or 80%, but it'll be a bump from what flippers need, to make it work for them. So.
Okay, one more, and then I'm gonna add him to the chat. This one says, how do you actually know if the property is off market? Because I've been getting properties that say they are off market, but when I contact the owners, they tell me that the properties are already under contract.
Okay, those are two different things,
Mm-hmm.
or can be. All right, if it's all, in the famous words of Fred G. Sanford, allow me to answer your second question first. All right, if it's already under contract, whether it's on market or not off the market or on the market, really is irrelevant to you. But some people define off market as long as it's not listed with a real estate agent.
Right.
That's not my definition of off market. My definition of off market, it means if I Google the address and if I search 100 pages, go 100 deep on Google, I cannot find that property for sale anywhere. Not to say you're going to go that deep, but being a little cute here, but that's my definition of it. So it's not listed on Facebook Marketplace, not Facebook groups, Craigslist, LinkedIn, Zillow, Trulia, HomeSnap, Realtor, anywhere. Not on the list somebody sent you, because trust me, you're not the only one they sent it to. Nowhere. It's not on the internet anywhere for sale. Nowhere on social media, none of that. So that's my definition of it.
Okay. All right, I'm about to add him to the chat. Let me just
Omar.
take this off.
Omar.
Hi.
There he is.
What's going on?
Oh, shit.
Yes,
Oh, you
sir.
got it, man. We caught you off guard. What's happening?
All right. I still got that notebook out,
Yeah.
back in class.
That's what's up. That's what it takes, man. You got to learn how you learn.
Hey, yes, definitely. The way I have these questions here while I'm driving, I'm listening to your classes and your lessons, so I jot down the questions so I don't forget, So
I got you.
when we go live, it's live.
Let's get it.
All right. So, question here, how I wrote it at the time I wrote it, but I had a buddy of mine that told me they'll be looking to purchase a house, and I asked how much they were looking to spend, and so they said they had gotten approved for $330,000, right? So now, when looking for a seller or looking for a property for them, like going on PropStream or Zillow and such, is it best to offer them the lower number and get back to my buddy and come up with a price that won't leave them with nothing to do repairs if need be, so that way at closing everybody wins?
Well, in this situation, if your friend needs a loan, that's someone that you can't do a wholesale deal with. It's possible, but I know some people dispute it, but trust me, they're probably doing some stuff they shouldn't be doing, right?
And
that's not an option for you as far as a wholesale deal. Now, if he wants to give you a love offer, it would have to be outside the paperwork. You'd have to just trust him. Then boom, if you help him find a house. But finding if he's what he needs to do is just get with a realtor. Well, he doesn't even have to do that. Let me back up. Well, it depends on what state you're in, but because sometimes they can't do dual listings.
New York, New York, New York.
Yeah, so I don't know if they're dual listed state or not, but he if he's shopping for a house for his family, he just needs to just go the regular route on that, in my opinion. Just
Okay.
contact the real estate agent and let them do their thing or whatever. Now he could do his own search on Zillow and those sites like that and pick out something and reach out to the agent that has the listing and go from there or whatever. But yeah, for what you do, you're really not going to be any help in sense of you know, you making money anyway. Now you're just doing it out of kindness, your heart or whatever, whatever, you know, so be it. But for you making money, dead end.
Okay. Yeah, because you did mention in your other videos there that sometimes these loans don't even go through, you know?
Well, yeah, they pre-approved them. It's still a lot of hoops they'll have to jump through to make it happen. But that's not what you're looking for as a wholesaler. So
All right. And so let's switch over to bandit signs now. Now the same way we have on the bandit signs, buy houses cash. Can you do that the same way when you go on commercial? Like do you put on we buy buildings cash or we buy apartments cash?
Well, you could, and guess what I've done before. I've done that.
Okay.
We buy apartment buildings.
All right.
And maybe I didn't stick to it long enough, but only got like one call, and it wasn't a deal, of course, on one call. But you see, it's just different. But again, for what it costs to put a bandit sign out and what, just the overall cost of it, you never know. You never know who's going to see your message, and it could be an opportunity. So I'm not going to say not to do it. I don't think I gave it a real chance when I did it a few years back. I thought I was just brilliant when I came up with that idea. But anyway, didn't work. At least that run didn't. So
it must be something that I'm bringing it back up again. So when I make a move on it, I get a hit, I catch a fish, I'll call you.
Hey, let us know, man.
I'll call you. So here's the next one. I think you answered that one. You answered before. How do you wholesale another wholesaler's deal? Well, that's just JVing with another wholesaler. So I got that answer. And how do you know how much lower to drop the price? Or what I'm asking is, how do we arrive at the lower offer number to the seller?
Well, that's what my calculator will help you do.
Dealator?
Yeah. Go to dealator.com and access the calculators tab, and that's what'll get you going there.
All right. Okay.
This video here, where is it? This video here, break that down. Text to letters.
Oh, okay. Let me put that. All right. And GD star on that. Ty done told y'all to come on this live.
That's why. let it rip, man.
Hey,
show them how to take advantage of this time.
Hey, it's priceless. It's priceless, man. Priceless, And
you asking questions others want to know too. So
yeah. I think we got it. So one doesn't know how much the assignment fee is until they have a cash buyer with an agreement on a higher number. No, hold on one second. So one doesn't know how much the assignment fee is until they have a cash buyer with an agreement on a higher number offer.
If you want to figure, I did a recent video here. If you want to figure out how much you can make, a general thing you can do, and I didn't know I was doing. I was just doing it. I just know. But if you do 7 to 10% of the ARV, that'll normally get you in a good, decent ARV range. I mean, a assignment fee price on what you will make. It's negotiable. Sometimes you'll get exactly what you think you can get on it. Sometimes you might have to go significantly lower. But that's where you can start at when you're doing your numbers. But you can plug all of that in into the calculator on digulator.com. But it
Oh,
is different. It is the difference between contract A and contract B. Contract with the seller, contract with the buyer. That's the difference.
okay.
How you get paid.
All right. So 7 to 10%, is that
Of the
factored
ARV. So if the ARV is 200,000, 7% would be 14,000, 10% would be 200, and any 8% would be 600.
Ah,
Yeah.
7 to 10% of that ARV. Okay, okay. So once you get the ARV, factor in that 7 to 10%, and that would be the assignment fee.
Yeah, that'll let you know where you need to make your offer at or accept an offer in that range. So,
Or make
it's all-
adjustments. Too.
yeah,
Or-
make adjustments.
all right. Oh yeah. Last one. Dave, how do you know what the closing cost is before you get to the closing?
You won't, but really no concern of yours because that's passed on to a buyer in most cases.
All right, so they'll deal with that. All right. Well, that will be it for today.
All right.
Thank you much.
All
Thank you all.
Hey, that's what's up, man. Hey,
Hey.
show them how to do it. Show them how to do it. Work smarter, not harder, man.
All right, coach. Yeah.
All
So
right, no more, man. We'll
appreciate it.
see you tomorrow.
All right.
Hey.
All right. You well.
Yeah, we're gonna go into the topic right now. We started a little late, and then I have something at 6 I have to do. So it's gonna be a short answer here. All right. Use your job, your 9 to 5, to support your business wholesaling real estate. All right. So I've talked to people over the years, and about this. Nobody, right? Unless you already have a minimum of 6 months of bills or living expenses. I say bills, but living expenses saved up, right? A minimum. Ideally, most cases, because if you have that, normally that means you're, normally that's what it means. Not always. I'm frozen over here. I'm frozen at here. Okay. So anyway, first thing. So now what I mean by use your job to support your business, your wholesale business. It doesn't have to be wholesaling or real estate. It could be any business. Like yesterday, our man Rome, I think his name was, right? He was calling from his cubicle yesterday. It looked and sounded exactly like something I would have done back, when I was working at Bell South, now AT&T. So he is actually getting paid. He's listening to us right now. I'm pretty sure many others are. You're already doing it. They're paying you to educate yourself to possibly leave them. Now that's what's up, right? So now everybody doesn't have that option. Like when I worked at McDonald's long time ago, we couldn't know where. Well, I guess I could have. You could have had some headphones on or something, and it could have been listened to. Huh? Yeah. As long as I can hear them, like when I was working at McDonald's. Well, the worst thing you wanted to hear was bus on the lot.
Oh, okay.
A bus. Oh my God. Bus on the lot. So it probably wouldn't be possible. You might want to pull your what's the names out then at that point. It'd be slow, dead times. But I'm not telling you to get in trouble and get fired by no means. You know your job. You know what the limitations are. But you want to definitely use your income. Sometimes you don't make enough money to support this business, right? Or any business. But this is one of those businesses you're only talking about a few $100s in reality. So if you don't make enough money on the job that you own, guess what you can do? Find an additional job on top of that to really fund your actual business. You ain't got to do it a long time. No, like I say, we're only talking a few $100s. You may have to do it 5, 6 months, maybe not even that long, right? And so you're leveraging, while they're leveraging your time, you're going to be leveraging their time to get where you want to go. So just keep that in mind that, and maybe this will help some people get the right mindset. You hate your job, but you're like, wait, this is just a bridge to where I really want to go. And I'm going to try to accomplish 2 things at one time, if possible. All jobs don't permit, but I'm going to try to accomplish 2 things at one time. I'm going to obviously work and do what I needed to do to get paid here, but I'm also going to educate myself on a potential exit strategy if that's your goal. Now, everybody ain't unhappy with their jobs now, but they still may want more money income, and this is definitely one of those things you can do both or whatever. So I wasn't unhappy with the job the last job I had 15 years to almost 16 years ago, but I know it. I wanted more. So I definitely wasn't unhappy with it at all. I was very thankful. One of the best days of my life when I got that, when they called me and told me I had that job, I remember it just like, hey, wow, I started working at Bell South. It was great. Again, there were a lot of great benefits at the time, all that. So, but they was on our, you know what? I was on the verge of getting fired before I quit. Because I just started clowning. It just was ridiculous, really. But anyway, so that's all we got to say about that. We've been rolling pretty hard here. Got just text remember houses, text 5050. The video I did 2 days ago on how to flip apartments. You want to see that? Text the word DOE. If you haven't already seen that one, you'll love that. We can partner on apartments and unit and self-storage units. Text the word units. No, we can did the Gator. We ain't doing no more Gator.
Yeah, send us a text, Kendra. Send him a text and he'll get back to you.
What she wanted?
She's in the thing.
Oh yeah. We can take it. We can take it. Go ahead.
I think she already left.
Oh.
And
We can take her. She's still there.
okay.
We can take her. Go ahead. By way of Flint, Michigan, what's happening?
Hey, can you hear me?
We can hear you, darling. What's going on?
Okay, so this is to be continued from yesterday. I actually first wanted to know, is there like a Victoria or someone that reaches out to?
Yeah. That's
Okay.
She works with.
Okay. So I had spoken to you about an opportunity with a seller of a property that was, in my opinion, I couldn't really see the value. I didn't know if I could find a buyer and still it was really a deal. So I had a conversation recently and I just wanted to know, what do you recommend? Like, I know you guys offer the 50-50 to help with finding a buyer, but what do you recommend when you have an extremely motivated seller? Originally the conversation seemed like he was on board with the process of, what we do or what I do with the purchase agreement, 30 days and, things like that. But if you get a person who is like, I got to sell it in 7 days, I got to sell it by Friday.
Deal breaker.
Deal breaker. Okay.
Deal breaker.
Yeah.
Deal breaker. Now, let me just say that in most cases, that's a deal breaker. You would have to be, you got a buyer for it, or you're going to buy it yourself under that type of pressure or whatever. But in most cases, that's a deal breaker. But you have to be 100% sure you have a buyer and they will close on it in 7 days. Gotcha. Otherwise, deal breaker. You just can't let them control you like that.
Yeah, because I'm running into like some of them, maybe they have experience with real estate. I think he was like a broker, and Like, I think he wanted to like draw up the contract and everything. He's the seller.
Totally. Yeah, totally. Yeah. No. It would be, I would love to hear those numbers on something like that, because as a broker, he can just list it. If it's a great deal, it won't last but a day online. What
Yeah.
was ARV on that? What's the price?
Yeah. Actually, originally he was asking 10 grand, I think, for the property.
Oh, that's the one you were talking about yesterday?
Yeah, and then
Yeah, and with the ARV only being 20 something, yeah, that's no. You can't let them control, especially on a property like that.
Okay. All right. Well, I just thought I'd ask because I didn't want to take miss out on a learning moment, because I wasn't really sure what that's about. If you get I guess that's an extremely motivated seller. I don't know what you call that.
No. He's not that motivated. If he's trying to control the contract and the time 7 days, that's not motivated.
Okay.
Motivated if he told you to let him have the motivation is shown in the price. He's gonna let you have it for $2,500. That would have shown as he's a motivated seller.
Gotcha. What about if they try to determine the earnest for you as the seller, or as you as the buyer?
They're trying to do what?
The earnest.
What do you mean? I'm saying they want to tell you what the earnest money deposit is going to be?
Yeah, that normal.
Well, you just if he's a broker, he's going to do that, right? He's going to expect you to pay $500 or $1,000. So see, it's hard to just deal with them. Period. I'm just telling you, I can't even think of a time that I've done a deal with an actual real estate agent / broker, and it's been their actual property, and it worked out. They're just very difficult to deal with. They think they know everything.
Okay. All right. Well, that's why I was just wondering. I just wanted to get some feedback from you because, like I said, it's a learning moment for me. So
yeah, don't waste any more time with him. You can put him on block. He's not going to do anything.
Okay. All right. Thanks.
No problem at all. Good luck.
All right. Thanks. Bye.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. We had somebody in the chat talking a little crazy. Reach for Deca. I don't know. He said he's about to get ready to drink Pine Sol and stuff. So we'll be praying for you.
What are they saying?
They said they was getting ready to drink Pine Sol.
What he didn't like the content or something?
Oh no, he's.
Are they suicidal?
Well, I don't want that to happen. Oh my God, that'll be terrible. That might be the end of the flip man stuff online.
Right.
I couldn't come back from that. Oh wow. But anyway, so guys, we sort of got started late, so we did get at least almost an hour in. If you didn't get your question answered, post it in the comment section of any of the YouTube videos, and I answer those on a daily basis. These will go into replay mode on Twitch, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. We'll probably be on LinkedIn tomorrow. We're going to try to start doing that thing for you all that may prefer that platform as a watching experience. So with that being said, we will see you guys on the FLIP side.
Text me and I'll text you back.
Text me and I'll text you back.
Text me then I'll text you back.
You text me then I'll text you back.
Text me then I'll text you back.
TikTok, you don't stop.
I will help you make your paper stack.
Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at now?
205-964-5243. Now you
Yep.
know 205-964-5243.